Does physical attraction matter in a relationship? Is one of the questions many people ask themselves, especially when they are faced with challenges or doubts in their romantic partnership. Welcome to your darling program, Hot Button. Today on the program, we shall be focusing on the topic, physical attraction in a relationship. Does it matter? I am Tayo Adeleke, and I have two wonderful guests on the program today. They are
Akoshile Fawaz
and
Sholari Itoluwakishi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, Fawaz, what is physical attraction to you?
What is physical attraction to me? Well, I feel like that's a very tricky question because when we talk about physical attraction, we have to touch some particular areas before, actually delving into it. Well, physical attraction to me is just the outward look of someone that meets certain standards in your head. Because, there are so many factors that, play into how someone will look into you. Take, for example, social media. Your role model or your favorite influencer might look a certain way and you adore them, you enjoy the way they look, you enjoy the way they dress. So when you see someone that is in line with that, presentation, you're like, oh, this is what I want, this is my preference, and it's making me happy that I'm seeing this. So that's just what physical attraction is to me.
To you.
So yeah.
Oh, so to Kishi, what's physical attraction to you?
Okay, so to me, physical attraction is that's that zing, that immediate connection you feel with somebody just from their outside appearance and their outside look. As we all know, how you look first, that's the way you are judged. Although they say don't judge everybody by a cover, but at the end of the day, once you come up to meet me, I don't know everything about you yet. There's no system for me to say, okay, this person is nice, kind. I'm going to first judge you based on what you look like. Like, are you my spec? Are you somebody that I find interesting just from how you look? That is what physical attraction is to me.
So how does it differs from other types of attractions like spiritual and intellectual?
It differs from other types of attraction mainly because that one you can see it. You can't see your emotions sometimes, although we can express it, but we can't see our emotions. We can't see how faithful we are. We can't see all these other, type of emotions that we feel, other things, other attractions. But physically, you can see, oh, this person has this, quality. Oh, this person's eyebrows are very nice. And also, physical attraction can actually come as a sort of envy because it's like, oh, this person has this shape of face. And, wow, I really adore this person for having this shape of face because, I wish I had that type of face, or I wish I had this type of figure. I wish I was, this presenting. And okay, I'm not trying to adore envy or any sort of way, but I'm just saying that sometimes it's just a reflection of what we feel we should have. You get, so other ones you can see them and you be like, so other ones you can't see them and you can't, but you can express them. But physical attraction, you are seeing it the way it is. There is no two way about it. There is no, and she also said something too, that how you look is how you be addressed, and it is very, very true because you don't expect someone that is wearing shorts and everything, it's just doesn't look really nice, comes up to meet you and is like, oh, I like you. I wouldn't just someone that doesn't look nice, that isn't presenting. I wouldn't want to associate myself with the person at first. Although I'm being very, very nice to you by talking to you, but taking it to another level, I'll first have to go through so many deliberations.
So, Kishi?
So it's actually just like you said, it's very different because for physical, I know nowadays we have plastic surgery, you can alter your face and your physical appearance, you can even alter your height, your hairline, so many procedures can be done now. Well, one thing that I like to say is your physical appearance and your face, as much as you can change with makeup and everything, I feel like it's most times remain constant. Now one can say with your character, your spirituality, you can go from being a Muslim to a Christian, you can go from being prayerful to not being prayerful. It's something you can willingly change. like your character is something you can work on. Like a flaw in your character is something you can change or remove. But with physical attraction, I feel like it's mostly, like it's there. You were created by God that way. But with your character and your emotion and everything, it can be altered and changed by yourself.
So how does this physical attraction develop and change over time in a relationship?
Okay, I know a lot of people are against old age and aging. I don't know, a lot of people are, against aging and, everybody's doing skincare, everybody's doing this thing to not
But
look
you still grow old.
Yes, but you still grow old regardless. Like, that's the human way of things. And yes, some people might not reach some certain level of beauty, and that's one of the things that can lead to insecurity. And that's one of the, downsides of today's society. Like she mentioned, plastic surgery, so many unrealistic beauty standards nowadays that we directly or indirectly follow. Skincare now. Where exactly is skincare? I understand that you should take care of yourself. There are some certain things that you need to do to just, touch up yourself and everything. But there are some people that go into it. Having, pimples, acne and everything, Yes, you need to maintain it. But that doesn't mean you have to completely get rid of it, because acne and pimples, they are something that you need to have in order to grow. They are part of, growing up and everything. Like when you're a teenager, it happens. You get that kind of stuff. So it's just like so many unrealistic standards, and even celebrities too and influencers, they go and enhance their bodies, enhance their face, and people keep up that standard in their head. And they're like, oh, if my partner doesn't reach that level of beauty or I can't want to be attracted to them.
So, listen to everything you said, and there are actually some things I don't agree with you about.
Okay.
So, for one, the skincare thing, you're not meant to have it. I don't know who is normalizing it. Sure, like, some people, they go through maturity and puberty and they don't have it. You having pimples and all, it causes so much insecurity, and I feel like we don't talk about it as much. And you wanting to be freed from that insecurity, it does not necessarily make you, like, I don't know, frivolous. And number two, I do feel like physical appearance, like, once your physical appearance changes in a relationship, it can affect your partner. I feel like it does. For example, some people, they might say, oh, okay, I don't like plus size people. You get with your partner when they are slim, and then something happen, change, hormonal imbalance, overeating, anything, and then they get fat, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to be my partner anymore. I feel like your physical appearance matters. And also another thing that can change your opinion of your partner is like outside sources, like you said, social media. I also feel like when people start talking, for example, people have different preference.
Yeah.
So if you're in a friend group, on a norm, you like big girls. But you're in a friend group, I know your friend likes slim girls, and they keep saying it in your ear over and over and over again, demeaning your girlfriend because they don't like that type of person. It can indirectly influence you. And all of a sudden, you're finding yourself not attracted to your partner anymore.
But concerning that, you said something earlier that you are in a relationship with a slim and something happened one way or the other again. The person start gaining weight. Do you love the person with the physical appearance, or you have a natural love for the person?
That was why I said, like, regardless, if you love the person, it won't really play a major role into, how you perceive the person physically. Because even, like, there are so many factors that make people gain weight. Take, for example, women now. Whenever they give birth, women tend to gain weight whenever they give birth. Will you say, oh, a natural occurrence is going to stop me from loving the person that I still love? Of course not. Okay, maybe you can maintain the weight. That's the thing. There's a difference between maintaining weight and then being overweight.
Yes.
There's a difference between it.
Yes.
So if you can maintain it and having a discussion with your partner, like, oh, I feel like you are gaining a bit of weight, I feel you should maintain it. Discussion, like having a discussion with your partner, is one of like the best things ever, because you guys are in a relationship.
Yes.
You need to talk things out. If I can't express myself openly to you, like, what's not the point of the relationship? Because we have to talk, we need to communicate in order to, and when communication takes place, understanding will take place.
Yeah.
And then you progress, and you progress. So saying a natural occurrence is one of the things that, you know, people tend to like just over, like, I don't think it can really affect the look of the, you know, relationship, because that's how you feel about the person. If you really like someone and if you really care about the person, you would have that discussion with the person that, okay, I care about you. I feel like this is, you know, getting out of hand. I want you to take care of it. I would assist you in taking care of it. It's different from, I don't want you at all because of this, because of that, because of that. That's a natural occurrence. Yes. And, you know, you can't say, I'm gaining weight, and I cannot tell you that you should stop, you know, gaining weight. Gaining weight is not something that you can stop, but you can maintain it. You can maintain it.
Okay, so I agree with what you said. Okay. But I feel like at the end of the day, as much as what you said is the right thing, don't love somebody only for their physical appearance. One should also remember that we are humans. At the end of the day, we are humans. We have eyes. Like, we are entitled to our emotions. Like, just like my feelings changing for you, perhaps because of the way you look. Not necessarily my feelings. It's just like you won't look at the person the same way. I don't think it's possible. When you're in a relationship with somebody, especially like at the beginning, you found them very attractive. Let's say, okay, let's even go away from the weight. Let's say you got into an accident or something. Like, it does not mean that you did not love them. It does not invalidate your love for them. It does not mean that you didn't care about them. But at the end of the day, you're human. Like, you're looking at somebody and then you just don't feel that attraction anymore. It happens. We can't say that, okay, that means you don't love the person. It happens. And I feel like we need to, like, acknowledge it, then work on it.
But we need to understand one fact, which is, when you start a relationship with a lady or a guy, know that they grow older. And like what Fawa said earlier, when you grow older, there are some changes both physical and, you know, mentally, emotionally. So that's where love keep going, which is very, very important. So how does physical attraction interact with other aspects of relationship? I mean, such as communication, trust, intimacy, compatibility, and commitment.
I really like this question, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to dissect it. Now let's start with the communication.
Okay.
Let's not lie. We like fine things. We like things that are easy on the eyes. So to be honest, it's quite hard for you to communicate and speak freely with someone when, as you're looking at them and as you're talking to them, you're not necessarily liking what you are saying. It can hinder the flow of communication because you might not even want to be around them. There'll just be this feeling, or like you may not want to go out with them because you don't want to be seen associated with them. And with the trust is on the flip side. If somebody is excessively attractive, like I used to say this thing, guys used to say, don't ever trust a girl that is very beautiful. Because they feel like I hear it a lot, because they feel like there'll be so many other guys, they'll be so insecure that any guy can come and take the girl.
But is that true?
It depends on the girl, if she stays loyal. No, guys coming to beautiful girls, that's true. Okay. That's a fact. Guys, like I said, women like things that are easy on the eye. They'll go for a girl that is really attractive. We are all
wonderfully created by God.
Yes.
We are all beautiful.
There's levels to
it. It's just, I feel like societal norm of what we deem attractive and unattractive. Okay. At the end of the day, how do we know? It's things that are put in our head, like, okay, figure eight is attractive, being big is not, this and this. So I feel like attraction, it changes us in a relationship.
So we're talking about communication, trust, intimacy, compatibility, and commitment.
Yeah, for me, I would also agree with what Kishi said, because it's like, everybody likes things that are easy on the eyes. Yes. I like things that are easy on the eyes, but we can't also not acknowledge the minority. There are some people that are actually attracted to people who are just normal, who are just subtle. Like, I would rather take something that is subtle, personally, than something that is overly attractive.
So that's your own personal
That's my own personal preference. Okay. Because it's like, I wouldn't want too many eyes on me, number one. Some people like it, some people enjoy it.
They like the attention.
They like the attention, they like it.
Fine girl in your
exactly.
arm.
They like it. But if I can say this, I would say majority of people now don't really like things that are like extravagant now. Maybe then they used to like it. They used to, want a very fine, pretty babe that would,
A measurement
exactly
of their
measurement
money
of
or
exactly.
something.
But now, if you think about it, there's this shift that is coming in our generation, most especially because it's like it doesn't really have to deal with how good you look. It's about there's this thing. What do you bring to the table? That's how it is. So when it comes to communication too, I might not want to speak to you because of like the way you look sometimes, because it's like, oh, I don't want to offend you, and but also being humane too, you have to consider the person's feelings too, because it's like, oh, what do you mean you can't talk to me because I look this way? That's just wrong. Like you said, we are all beautifully created by God. And if you say somebody is ugly, that's just wrong. That's very, very inhumane for you to say. So you give that person the privilege to speak to you. And then there's this thing that the people are always saying, oh, the more you keep persisting, the more girls like it, the more, that kind of stuff now. And then once you start having once you start communicating with the person from the unattractive point of view, talking to the babe, and she's already feeling you because you're a good person. You will do things to please her, and people like it. People want to be pleased. People want things that are comfortable with them and for them and everything. So they would start, that shift would just gradually start, and people would be like, how did you fall into this boy's hand and everything? But it's like there's a whole process to it.
Okay, how does physical attraction affect the satisfaction and well-being of both parties in relationship? Does it enhance or hinder their happiness and fulfillment?
I feel like it depends on the person.
Okay.
Some people take physical attraction to a high level. Like, for example, some people, they decide, okay, 80% physical attraction and the rest personality. Some want 50-50. Some want 100% physical attraction. They don't care
about your
so
character.
they don't care about your character. As long as I can take you out and all my friends will be jealous that, oh my God, your partner is so attractive. That might be what they want. So I feel like it depends on what the person wants and what the person looks for before getting into a relationship. That is when it will affect the relationship they enter.
Yeah, I would also like to say the same thing with her, because it's like my own personal preference too. Because you can't say because everybody is saying, oh, you should like this certain demographic, you should like this person. I don't have to follow what the crowd says.
Yes.
If I feel like it should be 100% looks, that's on me.
Yes.
And before I get into a relationship, it's always best, like I will always say, communication. Oh, you are very this, you're very that, you're very pretty, you're very, handsome, this, that. There's also a role that you need to play too. You're too fine. And there's just communication. Exactly. You're too pretty. You get that kind of stuff. But in as much, that's one thing that I enjoy, and that's one thing that you are bringing to the table for me. And me, I would go all the way for you because you're just pretty. You can be a walking red flag, but as long as you're pretty, you are still a green flag to me. And it can also, to some people too, is like, oh, I don't want looks at all. It has to be 100% personality. You can be, very welcoming. Open the door for me when I'm about to go in. Like, you get that kind of stuff now. So, buy me food, buy me this, buy me that. Spend money and everything. It's just all about personality. When you are there, I need you. Sorry, when I need you, you're there. You get that kind of stuff. So it's like, it just depends on the person.
So, moving on, does physical attraction influence the decision to stay or leave a relationship?
For me, I don't think so.
For me, I think so.
For me, I don't think so.
Okay, for you don't think so. For Kishi, you think so.
Yes.
Okay, let me hear your view first.
Because it's like, regardless, me as a man now, I am bringing so many things down, and you two are also bringing so many things down. We are communicating, we are transacting, we are learning things from each other. So I can't say because of, oh, you don't meet up to that standard, I have to let you go. No, that's, number one, very, very inhumane for you to even consider that kind of stuff. Because what if the person gets their face done now and it just flops? Because the person can be very pretty and gets their face done just once, or the person can, just use the wrong skincare products now, or just use the wrong products for maintenance, and then everything goes away. So will you say because of all that stuff that you guys have gone through, so many years of experience and learning so many things from each other, you will just clear it because of just one mishap or just one? So it's very, very inhumane for you to even mention that you would just let the person go. It's very, very inhumane. And it's also affecting you as the individual, because it's very hard to let people go. Personally, I feel like it's very hard to let people go. Once you are in my life, you are there to stay. You get? Unless, once you're in my life, you're there to stay. You get that kind of stuff. So I can't let, because I'm learning from you, you're learning from me. We are transacting, we are learning different things from each other. And like, as we're learning, we are evolving, we are evolving. I want you to grow with me and I want to grow with you. So because of that one thing, I will just let you go. No, it can't be me.
So, you need to understand that just because something is the right thing does not mean people do it. I completely agree with you. Personally, I'm the same person, but realistically speaking, we have majority. What you said, your personality is amazing, but you have to realize that that's the minority. I feel we live in a world right now where majority would care. Like you said, with social media, pressure, friends, so many things, there's so much more like pressure on somebody, especially if you have like a public relationship, for you to care about the physical appearance. And forget public. Like I said, we're humans. I honestly, as frivolous as it might make me sound, call it vanity or whatever it may be, I feel like if I want to be absolutely happy in my relationship, it should be like your personality should be on point. It should be funny, it should be everything. But at the same time, I should find you attractive. I mean, finding you attractive does not mean like, oh, you are the most beautiful person or the most handsome person on the entire planet. It means I need to find you attractive. At the moment that attraction stops, because attraction is not just physical at the end of the day. There's the physical part of attraction. But once that physical, which is a major chunk of attraction, is cut out of the equation, there's obviously going to be a misbalance in the relationship you're in.
But don't you think that when you're talking about all these roles that need to play into everything, you are more or less like, you are streamlining yourself. And if you ask me, physical attraction is not just all about looks too. Characteristics play a very vital role in physical attraction.
That's
if
emotional.
You ask me. Yes, because everything is intertwined with each other.
Yes.
Let me explain it now. I find you very attractive normally.
Thank you.
And then, of course, I find you very attractive. And then you're this kind of person that smiles every single time. You're always very happy. You're very positive and everything. I would want to associate myself with you. I'll keep on associating myself with you. And then the more I keep on associating myself with you, because of that characteristic that you have, that positive mindset that you have, I'm becoming more attractive to you. I'm becoming more attractive to you and everything, So if you're saying, oh, because of just the outward stuff, it's like these things to us, there's so many factors that just play into just only the outward stuff. They play into the, physical stuff too. Because me, if I find someone that is always very positive, I'll find them 10 times more attractive. I'll find them 10 times more attractive.
But don't forget about something called pretty privilege. It exists.
Pretty privilege.
Pretty privilege exists. Like you said about the happy person that is cheerful. You can be unconventionally attractive, like societally unattractive, and be positive, and you talk a lot. They'll call you a talkative. But you realize that if an attractive person is always talking and happy, they'll call you a cheerful person. So let's not forget that aspect, because at the end of the day, we all live in society, and unfortunately, as wrong as it is, that society we live in.
So can you explain the pretty privilege you said earlier?
Okay, so pretty privilege is the added and extra benefits that conventionally attractive people get over unconventionally attractive people. It's something as simple as you go to the bank, they answer you faster. Actually, that thing
But I actually noticed something. When you smile always, not frowning, you look beautiful.
Beautiful, exactly.
When you smile, anything you smile, maybe little talk, you smile, not frowning, you look beautiful.
Yeah. And if you ask me, I feel like pretty privilege is the minority. People that have that pretty privilege, they're in the minority. Because if you take, for example, Babcock University now, let's take this setting for example. You have 10% of them as females and 10% of them are males. Now, out of that 10% of them that are females, 2% of them are fair in complexion. The other ones are dark. Yeah. So those 2% in complexion are then the minority or the majority, because society has already deemed fair people as attractive.
Yes.
They are in the minority, but they have pretty privilege. You see that kind of stuff. Pretty privilege happens. I'm not trying to divert and say pretty privilege doesn't happen. Yeah, it does, but you would rarely find it now, especially in society, because people have taken a note of it. Oh, this person is finer than this person is finer than that. I feel like there's this shift that is happening now in our generation, that people have already laid all these things down, that okay, this person is fine, this person will get pretty privilege, yeah, but in as much, we should still treat them all equally.
Equal. We should
So,
treat them all equal. So on a final note, in just 30 seconds, there was attraction outweigh or balance other considerations such as values, goals, and expectations?
Yeah, I feel like it balances it.
It balances.
Yeah.
So to Kishi, does the attraction outweigh or balance other considerations such as goal, values, and expectations?
Balance. 100 plus 100% equals to equal.
Come again? Sorry?
Instead, like you said,
Okay.
instead of 50 plus 50, I believe 100 plus 100 plus 100 of everything is equals.
So I want to have you out there to understand that we are all wonderfully and beautifully created by God. Whether you are short or tall, dark or fair, we are all wonderfully created by God. And everybody have their own preference in life. Ultimately, each individual has to find their answer based on their preference, experience, based on their preferences, experiences, and needs. Physical attractions may matter more or less in different relationships, but it is not the only factor that determines the quality and longevity of the relationship. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Hot Button, and thank you to Fawaz and Kishi for coming to the program today. Till we'll come your way again, I still remain your host, Tayo Adeleke. Bye-bye.